Welcome back to episode 6 of Can Blue, a hockey podcast covering the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens. I'm your host, Ben, on the Rangers side.
Brendan, the Habs side.
Last we left our listeners, Rangers were going into Montreal to play Montreal.
Yeah.
And we made a little friendly wager of just something to
a
do.
Typical wager that we do for our teams.
I think it's going to get increasingly more fun, these wagers that we do, but I need to really stretch this win out. Rangers won.
Yeah.
It was their last game that they've won since then, so over a week ago.
Against
of course they do it against you guys.
The team that's firing on all cylinders right now, it had to be that game where we lost, I guess, this week. We lost another time, but this one was extra.
But before we get into that, I'm going to let Brendan have the honors of wearing my sweaty, stinky Rangers hat that I sweat in earlier today.
That's.
Oh no! I got a big head. I'm gonna squeeze it up for you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
And next time we play, if the Habs
use this every day?
A lot. If the Habs win, I expect something equally as grimy. I expect a little grime. Yeah, looking good.
So bad in a hat.
I feel like every time we've done this, you've ended up the loser. Is that not right?
No, you know what?
Did I wear something?
We won last year. Remember, we went to the Bell Center last year, and I screwed it up. Basically, I didn't make you wear anything. I made you say something about I forget honestly about Kreider or Lundqvist. About Lundqvist.
Oh yeah. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's a good one though.
Okay, yeah, I didn't make you wear anything. I don't think. Or did you? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I had.
I have so many jerseys.
I might have had a Price jersey on.
And speaking of jerseys, I got back coming from Montreal, courtesy of my uncle, who's also a huge Habs fan and watches this podcast.
Shout out, Unc.
Shout out, Unc.
Nice new jersey.
It's a nice new Hudson jersey, and rightly so. He's just
stud.
He's on pace. No sophomore slump yet, and he's on pace to be one of the best defensemen in the league right now.
Talk about defensemen. Have you watched any of Matt Schaefer lately?
Yes. Yeah.
He's being hailed as the next Cale Makar, which is a little crazy.
That guy, he's eating up minutes
solid
already.
Yeah.
And the fact that Patrick Waugh has allowed him to have so much responsibility, I think is a testament to how really skilled he is. And he's racking up points. I think he might be like Lane Hudson last year and win that Calder as a defenseman. Because I think the forward group is good, including Demidov, but I think
What about the goalie group?
The goalie group is just pretty much
for the Calder. Dobish.
It's just Dobish.
Is he 7-0 now?
5-0. 5-0 for the year.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
He has one of the best save percentage and goals against in the league as well, with Shesterkin.
Not for long after this week.
Well, no, I guess he went down a bit, but
going down.
He's still top 5. Still,
yeah.
Statistically speaking,
I'm gonna get not the bad news, but the bad play out first. I'm gonna just cover the Rangers 4 games.
I thought I was gonna cover give the good old rundown for the Rangers and Habs game.
I'm gonna let you do. Should we start with that? No, I'm gonna let you do that for yours. That's a good little segue in the middle. I'll skip over then.
Okay.
Just obviously Rangers won that game. Brendan's gonna cover it in detail. Go through every painstaking issue that happened there, and so on. The next game, Rangers played the Wild at home, and the big storyline coming into this game is, can the Rangers score at home, because they haven't scored on home ice. And I think within the first minute, or at least the first 5 minutes, Artemi Panarin scores. And so there's a big sigh of relief in MSG.
There you go.
They didn't set the record for the longest consecutive goal drought on home ice by 2 minutes. So they were very close.
Just by 2 minutes. Yeah. Wow.
Very close. Didn't break that record or set it, so thankfully. But since that first goal, they didn't score the rest of the game. So they lost 3-1, of course, to the Wild are good. I don't think they're game-breakingly good though, and they just couldn't. They didn't have an answer. They didn't have any.
They'll probably make playoffs, but they're not they're not a powerhouse.
Rangers, from what I remember from that game, they were just getting dominated in their zone, like nonstop. The Wild outshot them by 9. I think it was like 33 or 32 to 24 shots. And you just can't win a game that way, and you can't win a game if they're in your zone the whole time. I think there was some back and forth, some parity, maybe second period there was a push, but the trend that I'm seeing with the Rangers is like they're just not getting that momentum, and they don't have – it's kind of going back to last year where – it just looks like they're not trying,
Right.
or they're slow to pucks, or they're just like
Or their
not
age,
giving it their
what if
effort.
their age is just showing?
Are they all showing at the same time though? And what about the young guys like Lafreniere? Everyone is calling him like even more of a bust now. He had a great playoff series a couple years ago, and now he's just dogging it everywhere.
Well, that's where I guess it's dependent on the leadership energy, and him and the younger guys are bouncing off that a bit, maybe.
Yeah. One thing that did happen in these last couple of games, Matthew Robertson, he actually scored in our game.
Yeah.
Called up, kind of established himself on the blue line, and
Who
knocked
did he replace?
Euro Vakanainen is now a scratch.
Yeah.
But so he's been in the mix. They have him playing with Will Borgen, who's had a great year so far, probably one of the only bright spots on the team. And that switches Carson Soucy, who's returned now, to play with Braden Schneider. And then you still have the top two guys as Fox and Gavrikov. But it's an interesting little just thing that's going on as far as Rangers prospects go. Not a guy I would have really expected to come up. I think Scott Morrow is higher on my list, but they like Robertson for his size and what he's shown so far, and he got a goal and he's had a couple assists now. But that was the Wild game. The next game, I think, was the Sharks,
this game.
Who everyone is lauding this as okay. It's a movable object meeting a stoppable force. So not like one team, Sharks, can't win a game. I think they were 0-6 coming in. The other team can't score on home ice. They're playing at MSG. What's going to happen? Turned into kind of a barn burner back and forth.
Yeah.
I missed the second period because I was on a plane, but the first period I was watching as we were taxiing, and I think we were down 2-1. It's like, okay, that's not great. We already aren't looking that great. Igor let up a couple soft ones, and then I turned my airplane mode on, and the game cuts out for me at like 30 seconds to go in the first period. So I'm like, okay, we're carrying in a 2-1 deficit into the third.
Were you feeling hopeful, or were you like, okay?
No, I was pretty pissed off. The way that they were playing, again, you see like there's a puck battle or a puck race, and you just see the Rangers guys like kind of meandering over to it, and the Sharks guy coming in really hard. So like they're playing for it harder. But so I guess what I did see was the Reeves-Rempe fight. There was a big fight there. I think they talked about it before the game. They wanted to get in there. They both seemed pretty cordial about it afterwards, so it was kind of more for show. But they got some good punches in there.
Yeah, decent tilt. Yeah.
But so game cuts out at 30 seconds to go in the first. I think we're carrying a 2-1 lead in. Turns out I think Celebrini scored with like 8 or 2 seconds to go. So it was really carrying a 3-1 in.
Yeah,
and then the next period, same thing, last 10 seconds. That's just like a focus and mental lapse by the Rangers. It happened a ton last year. You can't let up a goal with 10 seconds to go, let alone twice in the same game.
Yeah.
It's just inexcusable. And, Celebrini has a hat trick. He's like, 19? Taylor Radish on the Rangers has a hat trick.
Dueling hat tricks.
And they're just going back-to-back hat tricks. Even at that point, when I landed, it was a short flight, so I got in at like the third. I was watching that. I got off the plane and was hearing and listening on the radio that Radish scored his hat trick, tied it up, and then they went into overtime, and I was just like, first of all, I've said this before, overtime, it can kind of go either way. It's a little bit like you're going to get a rush both ways. Like whatever happens, it's less so. Like if they played a great game, Sharks played even better, brought it to overtime, and Sharks won, it'd be a different story. I just thought the Rangers didn't show up at all. This is at that time, ranked 32nd team in the league, and you're letting them just like score at will on your supposed Vezina candidate goalie. It's crazy. I just couldn't. I can't get behind that style of play. Afterwards, obviously they lose to a Celebrini goal.
And for their first win of the season.
Yeah, for the first win of the season. And afterwards, JT Miller said like it was clear some of our guys took this team lightly and like didn't give them the respect they deserve. And I don't know if he said
I
it
don't
that
know.
exact way. I don't think he was calling anyone out. He was calling the whole team out for being like, hey, I don't think we took this
Okay.
as seriously as we could have.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, all right, it's early in the season. I guess, at what point am I, like, I'm just making excuses at this point. It's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, no, from the get-go, you can't,
No.
like, once the season starts, it's on. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the first game or the 82nd game. Like, it's on.
Yeah.
So,
that happens at MSG.
I mean, it's hard for me to even comment because, like, I feel a little sad for you guys.
It sucks. No, it sucks.
Like,
Yeah.
I do.
It's not fun to watch.
I do
dude.
give San
It's the
Jose
same
some credit
thing.
though, because like they're kind of like a younger, even younger form of our rebuild, where now they're like trying to do like the swarm approach and just attack as much as possible, and pick up any like loose pucks, and they're doing that really well. And Celebrini is that guy to do that, and like he does everything. He's a machine.
So
It's kind of hard to fight that. I don't know, energy.
No, I agree, and it's still early, and I think I saw this somewhere. Like, it's not uncommon for rookies and younger teams to have a really hot start because they have the legs, and then once the season actually picks up, it's a long season.
Yeah.
Vets kind of start to take over, and so a great team will probably have both. You get the rookies firing early, and then the vets take over at the end. But so right now, the Sharks, not that they're firing. I mean, they played very offensive that game, but they have like 1 or 2 wins now. But maybe because
the Wild game was played, San Jose versus the Wild, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
Played out similar to how the Rangers.
Yeah.
It was an OT, high scoring game.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking though, like maybe the one glimmer of hope is maybe these older 30, 32 guys, 32 aged guys, just need more than 8 games to wake up.
And maybe it's a system adjustment because last year for us, St. Louis had a system.
True.
We had a slow start and we were implementing a brand new system that was new to everyone, and even St. Louis, he said himself, like it's going to take some time.
The problem is like I could get behind that if it was just like blown coverage and like they're not understanding the system. I thought the system that they've been playing, the zone, has been relatively pretty good. Especially better than last year when they're doing man defense. It just looks like the effort's not there, and it's like that. That's inexcusable. You teach that in hockey at the mite level. Like you just have to try your all, and like if you fall down, it's fine. If you miss something, it's fine. It's just like try, and I just don't see it, and that carries me perfectly into the final game of the week for the Rangers. So this is beat the Habs, 2 losses after that, and now going into Calgary. And Rangers have been better on the road, so you're hoping maybe there's some glimmer of hope there. At this time now, Calgary's the 32nd ranked team in the league.
Yeah, they are
has
the worst
no
at this
offense.
time. Yeah.
Dustin Wolf he's the goalie for Calgary, called his teammates out, basically saying like, I can't produce any points because I'm the goalie, so you guys have to do it.
I don't produce offense.
I don't have offense. Yeah, and then the coach also coach for Calgary scratched Matt Coronado, who's should have been there.
He should be the breakout candidate for that team this year.
Totally. And
Damn.
I think there was also someone called out Igor Sharangovich for just being like not giving his effort. So all that's happening. This seems like a dumpster fire of a team. Rangers are coming in. Maybe this is like a good get right win that they can have. And then they lose 5-1. And again, it's not Quick in net. It's not some backup no name. It's Shesterkin.
And it's not close. It's
not close. It was I think
they peppered
the first period, it was 2-0. Noah Laba scores his first goal. So in the NHL, great, awesome for him. Okay, you're kind of in the game. And then it's just totally goes out the window. It's a 5-1 loss. And I will say there's one image that's sticking in my head of we did call Othman up for this game because
how'd he do?
You need to do so I'll get into that.
Yeah.
You need to do something to switch up the roster. It's just like when you have Taylor Radish as your top line winger because he scored a bunch of goals, not a bunch, he scored a hat trick in one game. Your team is not in a good place, and so there's an opening. They call Othman up. Rempe actually is out after this Sharks game, so there is an opening. Othman didn't really stand out. Looked pretty much like he lacked confidence, and there was a image of him with the puck, no one on him, one of his line mates like even closer to the goal, and he's really close to the goal, and somehow he didn't shoot it. He tried to pass it some way that got intercepted, and it went down the other end for a goal against. So it's just like, I know it's hard to take one still image out of a game because so much is going on,
out
but it's
for
just
rookies,
like,
you know, like
yeah.
those moments always stand out, even
Yeah.
though it's just a small play and moment in the game.
Yeah, it got me excited to see him called up, but it's just not much else is getting me excited for Rangers these days.
They
which,
need to
which
bring up
sucks.
Perreault.
They need something. I don't know. The next couple days maybe they play Vancouver tomorrow.
That's another. I mean, mid-team.
They're mid.
We just played them.
Yeah,
So
they're better than us, but they're mid.
and Quinn Hughes might be out.
So we'll see how that goes. But it's like, oh, and it's a return for JT Miller, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
like maybe he'll be fired up for that. But it's like, when is this going to change? This is not what I'm envisioning.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are calling for Drury's job too. It's just like, I don't see it. They just extended him. They just hired Mike Sullivan.
They just extended him.
Yeah, and they just hired Mike Sullivan. Why they're not going to get rid of him? I'm fine. And the other thing is like,
It's Dolan is the problem.
well, yeah, and people are getting on Drury for not being able to get rid of Zibanejad, but you have to remember, like, Gorton gave Zibanejad the contract, so it's not Drury's mistake,
but you know,
and he
Mika
can't.
was so good that it, like
I know. No, I think for the time it looked, and honestly, as the cap goes up, it's going to be less and less. But he makes 8.5 right now, and who else is making 8.5? Lane Hudson.
Yeah, I mean, but they play two different roles.
I know, but like one of them's role is just being a center that can't score.
Like Mika should, well, at least comparing to someone on our team would be Suzuki.
No, I think that would be Miller now.
JT and Suze, yeah, I'd take.
It's your 1C, right?
I definitely take Suze like any day. He is like, okay, I mean, not to take over the conversation.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Take it over. I don't want to talk about them anymore. Your team is fun. My team is not fun.
Suzuki
so go.
has been, like, I don't know if he is the best, but he is like top 3 forwards since the Four Nations, like, competition.
Points wise,
and defensive wise, his like, I guess, like, advanced, like, what war stats or whatever is like, his defense is like 95%. Like, he is
I can't even argue with
1C workhorse, Patrice Bergeron type guy that's so low-key because he's just a low-key guy in general. And he also has an Iron Man streak, so he hasn't missed a game in, like, the past 4 seasons.
Pretty sweet.
Knock on wood. I mean, I'm just so grateful, and I'm sure most Habs fans are just so grateful to have Nick Suzuki because he's just our steady captain and cool under pressure.
I would be pumped to just have guys that can score and look fun to watch.
That's and he did, yeah, and he's
not
also
fun.
on like a point streak. I think he's like on a 10+ game point streak.
The Rangers are just not fun to watch. Like they'll get a chance and it'll hit the post or it'll like hit something and just like fly off in the other direction.
So
They'll
when
miss
do you
the
call
net.
for a rebuild? Because
you can't. They're never going to. It's New York. They're going to want to make the playoffs every year. The rebuild.
But what's
Gordon
worse?
was trying to rebuild. Hang on. Gordon was trying to rebuild.
Yeah.
And then Panarin came, and then Dolan said, "That's enough.
It's over. Yeah.
That's enough. We have to make the playoffs. Start trading your prospects and people and get back in the playoffs." And it worked for a little bit, but it's clear that that foundation wasn't set up well enough. And I'm not blaming Gorton. I think it was Dolan stepping in and being like, "Nope, it's time. Gorton, you're out. Drury, you're in. Let's go."
Your young guy, like what we're doing is what we have done. It didn't start with Lane. It didn't start with the most recent contracts. It started with Suzuki and Caulfield. You know, you pay the young up and comers the money long term, and that's what we've done.
Yeah, but like Buffalo has done that. It hasn't worked out.
Yeah, well, Buffalo. Yeah, I don't know. It's first of all,
it's a little luck.
Buffalo.
It's a little luck.
Yes, and
having the right place for them. I want to bring this back last Rangers point.
Too.
Like beginning of the season, first couple episodes, I was talking a lot about like role and players playing their role and Mike Sullivan being really like particular about, okay, this person needs to play this role. Gabe Perreault needs to play the role of a top 6 guy, so we're going to give him minutes as a top six guy in the AHL where there's actually a space for him. The problem now is, okay, we have a defined role. Our fourth line's been the best all year, basically.
The fact that you say that, though, is insane.
I know. Top 6, what is the top 6 role? It's to score and to shut down, basically. You probably have a top offensive line and a top, like, shutdown line, or you mix it in somehow. You have guys that can do both, and they have not done it. So it's been the top 6 forever. They can't produce 5-on-5 for the last 6 years. And now you're seeing it again in a new system and a new coach. They can't do it. So keep making those changes. Like, if it's Panarin that has to go, do something to make it fun to watch. Like, it's not fun.
I agree. And look,
Hey, your team is so much more fun to watch.
Yeah, but there was so much more before that, because
I understand you were
even before our Stanley Cup run in 2021. We saw there was a lot of shakiness to our team. We couldn't produce like a 5-on-5. Power play was just as bad, if not worse. It was. There was but between 2021 and 21 and now, there was that big 4-year gap of like, all right, we're really ass. Like, we're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, the thing that really troubles me is like,
why can't the Rangers? Just Dolan won't
how
call
about, how about this? The core pieces, Panarin, Zibanejad, even JT Miller, Shesterkin, even Lafreniere. You've seen them play well. You've seen them play well together. Why are they just not playing well now? Like, what is that? Like, power play is a perfect example. They used to have the number one power play in the league.
Probably.
Why the hell is their power play horrible and they can't score? I mean, they've scored a little bit better, but last year they were abysmal. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it's a mental thing, and it has to do with partly having fun and also leadership and also the culture of the team. Like, I
guess
you got to start there, because there's a certain.
Well, they're trying.
There's a certain rot in the
Yeah.
Rangers.
I agree.
Culture right
I think,
now. And I don't know where it's from.
I don't know where it's from either.
It wasn't from Lav. Based on the sample size I'm seeing, it was not from the coach. Maybe partly, but
No, I mean-
Lav may not have been as big of the problem as what Ranger fans were thinking before firing him.
No, I mean, obviously, what happened with Gallant was he came in, they played great. Second year, they played horrible. Then Laviolette, first year, played great. President's Trophy. Second year, missed the playoffs.
Okay, so then first year Sullivan played bad,
Oh,
and then played
second,
great
third,
for the
fourth.
next.
Yeah. Well, let's hope. I don't know. All right, get into our game and then your games, and because just
Rangers, Habs, we have a home game winning streak at this point, and it sucks that it had to die out tonight
to a team that doesn't deserve it.
To the Rangers, who they always play well against us, though. Like,
not to start though. I thought you had a good.
Statistically, the Rangers in the Bell Center, they play well. Like, they have a good amount of wins. And Mika Zibanejad himself always scores against us. In this game, he scores. But right off the bat, I was feeling good because, like, within the first 3 minutes, we scored twice.
Yeah.
I was like, let's
go. Slow start.
That, like, 2-on-1 with Slivkovsky, that scoring the first.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on there?
That was Robertson. Let me interject. Robertson pinched. It hopped over a stick or something happened, and they went down and scored, and it's just like, that's a tough one for the rookie there. Thankfully, Sullivan didn't lose confidence in him and bench him. They kept giving him minutes, and then later on he gets one.
He puts one up.
Yeah.
We go into power play. Did we have a fight this game? Was Rempe and Jack?
I don't think they fought. I think they were jostling though.
Yeah, there was some It didn't feel as aggressive as what I would have thought it would have been.
No.
But anyway, Suzuki scores his first of the year in this game on the power play, courtesy of Ivan Demidov for his third assist.
Mm-hmm.
He's I may have complained that he wasn't getting power play one time, and I'm sure a lot of Habs fans were like, Marty, what the hell are you doing? Just put Ivan Demidov on the first power play. which he only did for the most recent game in Vancouver.
Okay.
But to clear things up, because I did take a screenshot of what Marty said quite literally about this, he wanted him to earn that time and also value the 12 to 13 minutes that he has on the ice. So this is what he had to say. I wanted him to show us that he can play on the other side of the ice and to value it. And I think he showed me that. It gives me an opportunity to reward him. I know he's capable of playing on power play 1 and give more ice time. So
I like that philosophy.
There's like a deliberate action that we don't really, like, unspoken things that are going on. So many unspoken things that relate to questions that come up. So that was one of them, like, because like the big thing was like just put Demi on the first, like because they have struggled with the power play as well. I think we are towards the bottom, or at least on average towards the bottom when it comes to power play goals. But hopefully now, since he played really well in Vancouver, in our Vancouver game, it'll come up.
I think it's an interesting thing from a coaching perspective when you have a kid like Demidov's young. If you have a kid who fans love, he's playing well, like there's ego involved there. You don't know, like, I'm not saying that Demidov is like this big egotistical guy, but like you don't know how that's going to affect a player, and kind of instilling that type of character building philosophy that, like, hey, listen, like, earn your time. You're going to get rewarded, but, like, earn it. I'm not just going to give you everything and then let you spiral out of control because, oh, you're big, bad Demidov and you're going to get whatever you want. Yeah. Like, I'm the coach. I get to do what I want. We're playing well without you. If you play well enough that I can't ignore it, you're on. Yeah. And I think that's something, like, you don't think about that a lot. I agree. It's, like, some unspoken things going on to the public. So
yeah, and that's why I'm like, it kind of relates to, like, I'm not saying this is just an example because Schaefer is getting huge amounts of minutes. Like, maybe on average, like a young rookie that's producing high would get it in over his head over time. Or if he's on a slump, then just like kind of breaks down mentally because the expectation was that, and now he's sucking. Like, so it could have hurt their ego a lot more if that were to be the case. So I kind of like the philosophy of like building up the time. I mean, we did that with Lane last year. He was not on power play 1 immediately, Lane. He wasn't doing 20 minutes a night, I think. I mean, he was eating up minutes in the first. Well, the thing is, we sucked a lot last year, so it's like, inevitably, Lane is so good on the back end there that he inevitably like just was able to easily eat up more minutes, but he still had to earn it, right, to get in the power play 1. Okay, regardless, here we're up 2-1, and then the second period is like, I think one of the worst periods I've seen from Montreal.
And from Monty, right?
No, but like no goals were scored in this period, but we defensively were just giving more chances. We looked a little scrambly, and I've said it from after the Buffalo game to my uncle, but like because I went to see the game in person, we are the worst second period team. Like it feels like we lose a lot of the energy, and we give up a lot of goals in the second period, especially in the next several games, and we lose a lot of the momentum. And in this case, even though no goals were scored, we were giving you more, like, I guess, hope and sort of the chances to come back. So yeah, it was tough to watch, and we weren't getting any proper chances. But in the third period, we got JT Miller scoring, and then your guy Robertson for his first goal of the year, and
of his career, I think.
Yeah, of his career. And yeah, that was like, I was like 3-2. Okay, we could come back, but then soon after, Panarin just snipes it on Monty. Monty's down like so quickly. I feel like sometimes Monty just automatically like goes down without really seeing where the puck is going.
It's
And he's hugely bad with deflections, and I think the Robertson one was like a screen.
Yeah.
Well, he's bad with screens and deflections. So
Yeah.
no one was really helping out Monty there, but it could have been saved.
I think I liked what you were saying to me earlier about Quick too, because I think this is like maybe the first or second game Quick has gotten.
Yeah.
Or second. Yeah.
Quick was. I'm always surprised to see like goalies like I don't know. You don't really notice it until you notice it, and I noticed that Quick was kind of all over the place, especially when the puck just wasn't even on net. Like he'd be off the net, and I don't think we took advantage of our chances there and made good rebounds and good shot selection to try to take advantage of, the I don't know what the word is, but I guess the anxiety of Quick there, because I don't think he played a good game. Like I know he played a pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, he shut the door more than Monty, but I don't know. We didn't challenge him that much.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Panarin snipes it, and I'm like, all right, that's definitely the dagger. And I had some hope when Noah Dobson gets his first. He kind of snipes it from the right wing there. Pretty nice shot. Dobson has just been so good, and no complaints on my end. I mean, some people were questioning a 9.5, but I was like, let's just wait and see.
The thing
and
that
I think we wait and
sucks
see.
is Emil Heineman has like 8 goals.
No, he has 5.
He had 7.
He does not
Seven
have 7
points then?
He has probably 7 points.
He's kind of, I mean.
He's playing on the first line though.
Yeah, I know.
With Jonathan Drouin.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And Barzal?
Yeah.
Or
it's either Horvat or Barzal. I think it's Horvat.
Oh my God.
So I mean.
Heineman is.
He had unfortunately
nasty.
our first line is solidified. Our second line.
I guess it makes sense, and you got Dobson from it, so like.
Yeah, we got Dobson from it.
You needed that more.
Yeah, the thing is, Dobson frees up Matheson's ice time so much better.
Yeah.
Matheson could play more of that offensive role without sacrificing too much of his defensive skill, which he was. The main complaints I had from Matheson last year is just that he'd sometimes do some unnecessary shots that would go the other way and play in a sort of offensive manner that would create some turnovers. But now he's done that a lot less, and he's definitely deserved a contract from I don't know if it's going to be long term, but and how much, but
Matheson.
I think we want Matheson. He's just one of our leaders, our older leaders at this point now too.
And if he's willing to do something similar to Lane, like take a little discount, I think that's very doable.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I think it's great. Everyone's taking discounts.
Rangers not. Panarin refuses.
So that would 4-3 Rangers, and this would be the only game Laine plays this week at all because we didn't hear it about it until a couple of days ago. But when they played Buffalo, Doc and Laine were out. I'm like, okay, it's probably like
Classic.
Day-to-day, and it turns out he had like a
sports
muscle
hernia.
Core
He had a hernia.
Injury. Oh, okay, he had a hernia, and he had to get surgery in New
Yeah,
York.
yeah.
So he's out 3 to 4 months, and I'm like,
It's like every season with him. At
I
least,
don't know what to think, honestly. I hope him a speedy recovery. I don't think his career in Montreal is over. Do I think there's a higher probability? Yeah. Could he re-sign for lower? I don't. He's being paid like what, $7 million?
Is he on his last year?
Last year, being paid $7-8 million. Would he take 3-4
All right.
million?
Does it even matter? Like he's been in and out of the lineup so much, and like this year
he hasn't scored a goal yet.
This year he's horrible.
Yeah,
like he was awesome on the power play last year, but like that was the only thing he had. Like
first of all, our power play is completely different. He's not in the first,
and he doesn't need to be.
He doesn't need to be. Second, he plays on the fourth line with Anderson and Evans.
Yeah, I don't see them re-signing him unless he wants to take a really, really low number. Like, because it just even if he does that though,
I do love Laine as like a personality, and like I do want him to succeed in Montreal. Like it would be sick if he were to succeed in Montreal.
Couldn't you get a better guy for the fourth line role than him?
Like more of a, Yeah,
like
because he's
someone
not
else.
a grindy guy.
Like anyone else. This is
yeah.
what, like, I don't think it's even worth it. Even if he's taking league minimum, it's like,
I like to see Florian
for
Jack
what?
guy there, and he might
Yeah.
be called. Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
So Beck played this game in Buffalo. I mean, it was a pretty close game.
Dobish in?
Dobish is in this time. I liked it. I played I saw the game. The one person I had to critique was probably Newhook. His hands is terrible. Like his passes. First of all, I don't want to rag on him too much because he's gotten some.
This
good
is the
goals
guy.
recently.
This is the guy that you're ragging
But
on this year.
last year is Dvorak. This year, I want to see Nui take an extra step and finish more of his shots because I think he's a very skilled guy. But I think his he thinks faster than his skills like actually are.
Yeah.
So he's got the brain and thinking about it, but like the finish is just not there. But anyway, yeah, that was not there this game. And his assists that I like, at least this year, I just see him just like pass it off to Demi, and then Demi just does everything else.
Yeah, well,
it's just like it's
a good line
it's just like a small pass to
Yeah.
Demi or a drop pass, very simple, and then Demi does the big assist to the finisher.
Yes.
So Oliver Kapanen also got his fourth of this season, and he is up there in the rookie standings, and he's been a pleasant surprise, both offensively and defensively. This guy is he's so solid. I did not seeing him this year last year.
I wish I could say the same thing about like anyone on the Rangers. Like
I
I can't get excited about a Taylor Radish. Like if it was a Will Cooley hat trick, cool. Lafreniere,
How is
cool.
he doing, by the way? Because the first line is just...
It's just they can't. Nothing is going. Nothing is going. Taylor Radish has 4 goals. He is the leading scorer on the team.
I don't know what to say other than like,
So-
look, I could not have imagined Oliver Kapanen doing this last year because based on his play last year, he was doing nothing. He didn't get his first goal until Detroit this year. So, and he played 18 games. I don't know what the limit is. But I mean, he played like
20
12.
maybe? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he played
Yeah.
like 12 to 18 games last year, and it didn't seem like he had this level of confidence and skill that he has, because he's pretty much our the second and third line. Again, I mentioned this are swapping, but he's our second line. With Doc out in this game, he's basically our second line center. I mean, he's killing it. He's I mean, that Demidov and Nui line, they're clicking somehow. Even though Nui does just the handoff pass, he does score every once in a while. Anyway, they tie it. Yuri Kulik, I think, ties it, and then Slavkovsky gets his third, and Lane Hudson. I wore this jersey for the first time this game. He gets his first of the year, and just right in the slot. In which there was so many opportunities, by the way, this game where they were in a slot and they opt for the pass. I don't know why they do that.
That drives me nuts.
It drives me crazy.
They do it also.
It's
Rangers.
just like, just shoot. And this time Lane just shot because this was like his second or third time in the slot.
Yeah.
And he shot and it goes in. I'm like, there you go. See, that's why you shoot.
Shooters gotta shoot.
And even Caulfield does that once in a while. But
a lot of players.
So I don't know. A guy named Kozak scores. I don't know. I don't know who that is. And then Jake Evans, the guy who also who's kind of like Nui, but I think worse.
Jevons.
He cannot shoot, but he gets an empty netter goal.
Oh, good for him.
And we won
Clean it
4-2 at home, and of course it's even better because I was actually there. And I was telling Ben this, but I don't think I've seen a home, I guess, going to a home game where I saw like no jerseys from the opposing team. I saw at the end,
Sabres,
when leaving the building, one Dahlin jersey. And I always see a bountiful amount of jerseys, like a decent amount. I'm like, oh, Montreal, like what's Boston?
who
I
would
guess
want
there's a lot of Boston fans, but like,
who would want to rep the Sabres jersey right now?
Right? Yeah. I mean, you could pay
pretty horrible.
$5 for a ticket,
Yeah.
and that could get you nothing from the Habs
Yeah,
Stadium.
yeah,
pretty
literally
much.
nothing,
Yeah,
yeah.
literally nothing. And then the Edmonton game.
Is this the last game?
This is the second last. Oh, no, sorry. Calgary game. I totally forget if Calgary's first. Yeah, so there's a Calgary game. Dobish gets the start again.
Because
This
he's
one-
stringing a couple together here that he's...
He's showing he is the starting goalie.
Yeah.
If not that, then the 50-50, 1A, 1B
Yeah,
type thing.
Yeah.
He's killing it so well because it was a goalie battle, this one. A Wolf and Dobish.
Yeah.
And both teams were tested. Dobish was tested. It was a very low scoring game. Bolduc gets a power play goal to make it 1-0. I forget who scores for Calgary, but I know that Noah Dobson had his first really big turnover in our D zone. He basically does a little too much, and someone picks his pocket pretty easily, and goes in for a wrist shot. And it goes to OT though, and then here we get a beautiful, beautiful Ivan Demidov. Just lateral movement. He's basically at the top and then just laterally just keeps moving to the right, waiting, sees the pass to Matheson. Matheson just buries it. 2-1, OT win, another OT win. Amazing. I think we're going to be the OT team of the year. I feel so confident now that when we get into those situations. So Edmonton. This Edmonton game really
Grinded your gears, eh?
it really got me thinking that the league is not the league, but there's something going on, like potentially like the NBA.
You think there's rigging? Really?
Listen.
Newsflash.
Here's my logic. If the NBA has so much more eyes on itself than the NHL, and the fact that there is like a gambling and like betting or like this sketchy ring that was exposed, like who's to say that's not happening in the NHL? Maybe with the refs.
Maybe because less at stake.
Less at stake because there's less eyes on it. There has to be some kind of weird business, but like gambling or business.
What I'm thinking is,
sketchiness.
I mean, it's probably touched every major sport, like if it's organized crime.
Yeah.
But since there's less eyes on hockey, it's probably the least watched out of the big four. Maybe there's less actual like organized.
No, but that's where I
rings.
see the opportunity though, because like maybe you're not making millions like in the NBA if you were to bet on stuff, but you could still make a decent amount.
Maybe
Thousands here and there, tens of thousands. I don't know.
I've
actually never
that
bet.
would really suck.
I've never bet on a hockey game before, so like.
Except for the hat.
Except for yeah, that's true. Except between us. So this one's a bit of a tough one because we played so well, and I think Marty said it perfectly. He's like, I forget his exact quote because like he said, I know we lost on paper, but we won the game. Like we actually won the full game because the Oilers had no chance against us. Like we were just swarming them and shutting down their guys.
Mm-hmm. This wasn't OT, right?
No, this was not OT. I mean, contrary to being down, so the first period it was both tied, and then the second period comes up because after when it was 3-1, I'm like, yep, this is why our second period sucked.
Yeah.
But then within 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, around we score 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
In the third or the second?
Second period.
In the second.
It starts with Josh Anderson getting his first, and then Cole Caulfield just so good. Pickard is in net in this one, not Skinner. Just does a nice move, just plays with Pickard and just goes on his left side, just goes around him just for a tap in.
Yeah.
And then for his second goal soon after, just snipes it on the right side, top corner. And I don't know, it's just so... And then from there, we're just dominant, just like absolutely dominant. It's, It's 3-3. Oh no, it's 4-3 at this point. Third period, we score like pretty much right away, and Newhook gets a second. So even Newhook is playing well, and then from there, 5-3, we're up 5-3.
How much time to go?
Monty let in a couple soft ones. Let's be honest. Like, I don't know which one in particular, but one of the first 3 ones was a deflection one, and he had time to react, and not much of a screen as well. And he didn't. He doesn't put in the extra effort that I've seen Dobish do. Again, he makes himself look smaller, rather than like. If he doesn't know where the puck is, you try to fight for it rather than making yourself look smaller. And he does these certain technical things first rather than really looking out for where the puck is going based on the situation. Anyways, we're up 5-3 in the third period, and then this is when things start to go bad. The refs have been already calling bad penalties. I believe Slavkovsky had a boarding call, and
that was BS.
And it was not a boarding call. Gallagher even said in the post-game report that the refs told him it was not. Yeah, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
Luckily, they didn't score there. It turns out there's more to come because they keep throwing more penalties at us, and the first one is so McDavid is in our O zone, in our D zone, and he falls and kind of like maybe an extra effort fall. I'm not going to say he was diving, but Matheson was there, and they called it a trip or a hook just because he was kind of there, but I don't see the sweep under his skate, maybe a bump because he's trying to fight for the puck. But McDavid falls, and they call it.
So you guys are pretty pissed at this point, right?
And it's just like...
That's 2 in a row that's gone Oilers' way.
But I'm thinking, like, all right. Because they score on this power play Draisaitl, so it's 5-4. I'm like, okay. We're good. Like, there's still... We got, like, 9 minutes to go. We could do this. But then I see Josh Anderson in the penalty box. I'm like, what just happened? Like, right away, right?
Yeah.
Because it was the next moment on screen just being called. And I'm like, what happened? And the penalty starts, and it shows, like, unsportsmanlike conduct. And I'm, like, so confused because with the replay, he swipes it out of the net. And they didn't show this. Later on, I saw that it was partly because of that and the stick tapping in the direction of the ref.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, okay, why? Because he swiped it out of the net? That's crazy.
It's happened a million times.
It happens a million times. But even with the stick tapping, I mean, I gotta know what maybe he said. If he said anything to the ref, it would have, like, really bad. I've seen people get kicked out for that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like he says anything bad enough to be kicked out, first of all. So it must have been just the additional stick tapping. And, like, hey, he might have been like, hey, like, what are you, blind, ref, or something? I don't know. But he gets called for that.
I assume
soft.
he skated. I mean, it looked like he was skating over to the ref, and he's like, "That's a great call.
Yeah.
Great job.
Great job." Yeah.
Like, which is unsportsmanlike conduct.
And what's funny is that the ref that calls it is the furthest away ref. It's not the closest one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so soft. It's a soft call. It is a penalty based on the rules as it's written, but it's kind of like, I see both sides. Like, ref, if you're gonna protect your guy that's getting chirped at by one of the guys there, like, all right, you protect your, like, the reffing unit is a team, so, like, you're protecting your guy. That's a penalty. Anderson just needs to learn to shut up. Like, you can't do that. Like, I understand you're heat of the moment. You're having fight. You think it was BS or bogus that 2 kind of bogus calls were made. Fine, but, like, there's other ways to do it that don't hurt your team, and then what happens?
Yeah,
you get a penalty, and
we get a penalty, and and they tie it.
Yeah,
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. This is where I blame part of the D a little because he was like almost in a loan.
This is where
It's-
Monty's
it's
showing how
5-5.
shaky he is, right?
It's
Also, it's like he's in a tight game.
yeah.
He needs to come up with a save. I don't know if they were
the
really.
the fourth goal before this penalty. Yeah, I think. I mean, it was Draisaitl, but it wasn't that crazy of a goal. And even more so with the sixth goal that's coming up on Edmonton's end. Yeah, shut it down. Like, come on. Like,
What was the sixth goal?
the sixth goal, it was in the last minute and a half, and it's Victor Podolkin.
Colson or something? Colson.
First of the year. And, yeah, I mean, I blame Monty and the team for that because it's like, yeah, shut it down. This is the last minute. Just push it to OT, and they were pressured in the zone. And because the momentum swung like that.
Yeah,
First of all, tempers are high. And
you
now
get 3 penalties called on you. It's
three penalties called on you. Edmonton's feeling it. The crowd is feeling it. Although our crowd did respond well. Like, the Habs fans would be like, it'd be like, let's go Oilers, go Habs, go, in response.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So that was it. We had a crowd there, but that was it, 6-5, and dude, I was so pissed. Like, and I'm so happy that the players on our team responded in the way that they did, just to call it out. Cole Caulfield saying like, yeah, the refs ran away with it, and kudos for them for winning it.
There was no fines from that, right?
No fines from that because they know that we were partially right. We were right.
Yeah.
St. Louis said, I hope the NHL has like review, like we players have review for themselves.
Wow.
Yeah. And Gallagher also says something, mentions the ref stuff and like how Slafkovsky, his penalty was like wrong, falsely called. And yeah, I don't know, bro. In Edmonton, like the one thing I'll rag on them because it's not really their fault if there is some weird crap going on, but it's just like, I don't know who said it, but it's like, yeah, I'm happy, like I'm glad that we fought back and like it was a good big win and good win. I'm like, no, it wasn't. You had it handed to you. Like even Oilers fans agreed that the game was a little screwed. So I don't know.
Calling out the NHL for betting, rigging games. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, we don't know what's going on there. Someone must be like, you gotta, come on, you gotta give them more penalties.
Come on.
Come
on.
A
lot of
what are you guys
minutes
doing?
riding here.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Wow.
Like, I don't know.
That's a take.
Yeah, well, it's pretty. I don't know. I think there is always something going on, regardless how big or small a sort of. If there's a business like this going on, there's always something shady.
It's true.
So that game sucked, but we bounced back well in the Vancouver game. We win 4-3. Ivan Demidov just getting this first multi-point night. Amazing. 1 goal, 2 assists. That guy is going places in our team, and I hope we sign him long term. And as I said earlier, this was his first real time on the first power play, and we score like 2 power play.
It's pretty sick.
And chances, and our 5-on-5 is really showing up well in this game because we were down 2-0, and we just score 4 straight, 2 of them being 5-on-5, and we have, I think, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but at this point in time, we have like the most goals in the league.
You might probably
scoring the most goals
with
in
all
the league.
these.
We have depth
games.
scoring.
Yeah.
From Alex Newhook, from Bolduc, from our defensemen as well, we're scoring, and I would never have thought to see the day that we could score this many goals. Honestly, hopefully, I pray and hope it keeps up, because there are injuries. We got Caden Gooley and Line A out, and God forbid any other injuries. So if we stay healthy, I think, I don't know, our October has been awesome. Very, very awesome, and I couldn't be happier to see where the team is going. And that was a great response to such an emotional game for not only them, but for the fans in Edmonton. Yeah,
Well,
there's a good bounce back in Vancouver.
the opposite for me, but just like there's
Yeah,
nowhere
I
to
mean-
go. There's nowhere to go. They suck. It's not fun to watch. If they call up Perot, I'll maybe watch a little more intensely, but otherwise it's just like I don't have faith in them winning a game.
I mean, I know that feeling. It's tough. And I think what made us suffer better is seeing the young play, and do well. And that was basically last
It's
year.
time. Like, you have Taylor Radish as your top line winger. Why isn't Gabe Perreault there? Why isn't he there?
And it was like
Makes
that
no
last year. It's
sense.
just like, you remember between the first 3 months, we sucked. Yeah. But I was happy that Lane Hudson was getting time on the ice and at least showing...
It's a long season.
Glimpses of that, of showing greatness. And I think it's going to be inevitable that Perreault is going to be brought up.
He's got to.
Or maybe you trade for another blue chip prospect somehow. I don't know how.
I don't know how either.
But your trades have kind of all happened last year.
I would really like them to just decide what are we going to do, because right now we're not good enough to make the playoffs. We're one of the last teams in the league. There's some guys you can still move on from. Are you going to try to their whole thing is we're going to retool, but it's really hard to do that when you have guys that won't leave, like Zibanejad. So do you go to him again and say, please leave? We don't want you here. Please leave. Could they do that? I don't know. They're trying to build a culture around JT Miller.
They could do that, honestly. What is Mika going to say to that? Is he going to be like, no, I don't want to...
The problem is, then what do you do? You need to get a center back that can play, and you're going to suck. You're not going to just get a Zibanejad replacement. He's not a horrible center, but...
No one likes to rebuild.
But I just don't think the
retooling
retooling
is very hard to do.
They also have Panarin to think about. What are they going to do with Panarin?
Right.
If he can't score this year, and they don't really want to re-up him because they're like, we have other
his
guys.
Last year in the contract?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know.
Wait, but let's think about it this way. Let's say you do tank. You get a chance at McKenna.
I know, but this team is
Pretty
not
good.
set up for...
You just have to... It's just 1 year. You get Gavin McKenna.
I know, but I'm
McDavid.
just saying James Dolan is not going to allow that to happen, especially... And it feels like a waste. We're just going to waste a year of Shesterkin in his prime. He played so well for most of the games.
You honestly have to.
It's so bad.
It sucks, but you kind of have to. But you get Gavin McKenna.
But that's if we get Gavin McKenna. We're 10 games in.
Could you be as bad as Calgary?
We just lost them 5-1.
Exactly. So
it's horrible.
It's not out of this world. Oh my god. Although maybe they get fined for tanking. Let's see.
Yeah, it's rigged. It's all rigged. All right, that's our show. I got to run. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week, regular scheduled time.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.